Forgive the noise in the background. I am installing a game onto my main system, and I'm using a portable drive, so it's kind of noisy. But I got myself a new Betta fish. And it seems to have a tad bit of swim bladder issues, but I think it's just still trying to get used to the tank. But of course, it is only temporary. I wanted to give it fresh new water. So where am I going to place this guy? Well, I'm going to place him in to this tank here. So I'm going to remove Hyatet, put him into another one of my other tanks that I got around my house. Do some general tank maintenance to clean this tank all up, do a water change, and do a water change on the new tank that he's going to go into. So yeah, I'll come back when I see fit. And I thought I'd show him off before I put him into his new tank. He's a nice, beautiful little Betta. If I do decide to spawn him, I'm definitely gonna have some cool little fry. Of course, that's not gonna happen for a while. I still need to get my life-size mid-May over there completed first. So yeah, that takes precedent after I actually get my guy into his new home. Alright, so here's my 5.5 gallon out in the kitchen, not kitchen, but living room. I divided it in half so they each have one half to each other. And of course I got Hyatet on this side and my veil tail on this side. So I'm just going to let Hyatet acclimate for a while and let the water warm up, and then put Hyatet into his new home. Also, the reason why it's cloudy as it is because I just finally put in some gravel, and I also did a pretty big water change too on this tank. So pretty much now what I need to do here is I just need to gravel up the crap in here, do a small water change, clean up the glass so to make it look a little bit more nice and clean and sturdy, reattach this light, which I actually need to do right now, so I'm going to do that after I'm done doing this portion of the video. But for right now, I'm going to take a small break and continue watching some YouTube crap. And thanks to the power of hot glue, it's already been reattached. All I gotta do now is just let it cool down before I can close the lid back up. Alright, just got done with the water change. Now he's in his little temporary container as he acclimates. And of course everyone else is all just kind of mellow at the bottom. So now I just gotta wait for him to acclimate for about 30 minutes or so and dump him in. Alright, my new guy is now in his new home. I think he might have a little bit of a swim bladder issue. I think I said this earlier. So I'm probably going to fast this tank for a few days and see what happens. If not, then this guy has permanent swim bladder issues. It kind of stinks, but I've had Bettas like this in the past before, so I'm used to it. But either way, he's still a beautiful Betta. Of course, he's trying to nip at the snails right now. But he's still a beautiful little Betta. Yeah, I think he has swim bladder issues since he's using the little thing I have here to actually let them have something to sit in and whatnot. So yeah, this guy might have some swim bladder issues. So next thing I gotta do is put Hyatet into his new home. That'll be pretty much it for this video. Alright, and here's Hyatet in his new tank. It's been a while since I actually seen him flare, but as you can tell, his fins are pretty matted. Unfortunately, his fins never really properly healed, but he's still doing just fine. And of course, my guy's still being very, very active. Also, it doesn't help that Hyatet here is pushing 2 years old now, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's about 2 years old now, so he's pretty old. And of course, this one's relatively new. This one's still relatively young, so it's very spunky. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. Alright, I'm actually going to try and give an update on my fry too and actually end it there. So these are the fry in my 10-gallon tank. Some of them are white, as you can tell, and others are marbling a little bit. Like that one right there in the middle is marbling. This one is white, but I think has a little bit of swim. Yeah, that one has swim bladder issues, so I'm going to fast this tank for a few days. I still have my one random angelfish in here. This one is the one that's marbling the most, or I don't know if I can get it to properly focus onto that one, so I'm trying to use my hand in shot. Do I have anyone else down here? No, I do not. Everyone's congregating to the front. But at least you can get a general idea to see how my bettas in my 10-gallon tank are doing. Okay, they're still way too small for this camera to focus onto them properly. And of course these are my jarred bettas, or at least a few of them. This is the one I'm keeping. Again, like I said, the ones I have in the very front are the ones I'm looking at keeping. And of course I have the other ones in the back, which you really can't see, so you can see one of them right there. But they're all doing just fine. But yeah, for me, I want to be able to properly figure out which ones I want to actually potentially keep, so I keep them towards the front and the rest are in the back. But I do daily, I mean not daily, but constant water changes and feeding and everything else. And this is the only longfin I got in the whole batch of my bettas. Everyone else is just a plaquette of some form or another. Oh, this one's starting getting a little bit longer fins too, so who knows. Alright, now I'm actually going to put the video to an end because this is pretty much all I really need to show, or got to show. Oh yeah, and I thought I'll show one more thing before I actually end this video. Apparently my guy actually doesn't have a swim bladder issue because, as you can tell, well, I don't know if you really can or not, but he's down at the bottom. There he is, poking his little head out. So I don't know what's going on with him. I'm just going to monitor him for a while and see how he acts and go on from there. And one thing is sure, he's definitely acting just like Hi-Ted. He's more or less leaving all the other ones in this tank alone. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be a very calm, cool, and very nice little Betta. And of course I still really can't properly record a video, but whatever. But yeah, if anything changes, I'll probably post another update to post another video, but yeah, pretty much it for now.